Harry's been on yet another podcast, guys. Yet another one.
This one is next week, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll just make the phone call.
Yeah. He's been talking about the danger of social media with kids, kids having mobile phones, and also touches a little bit on kids' photographs being posted up online. Now,
And it's worth remembering that just a couple of weeks ago, in that interview that Prince William did with Eugene Levy, he said, our kids don't have phones either, and we're very strict on that. And particularly dinner time is a time for chatting, but no phones at all in the Wales household.
And neither in the Sussexes household. And so it feels a little bit like you're both saying the same thing. Wouldn't it be great if you joined forces?
So the big story starts with a TV panel reacting to Harry's upcoming podcast, where he's talking about kids, social media, and the dangers of exposing children too young to the online world. Totally reasonable, right? Every parent's nightmare these days is their child growing up glued to a screen or being exploited online. But the moment Harry says it, you'd think he just declared war on Wi-Fi. One of the panelists literally opens with, "Harry's been on yet another podcast, guys. Yet another one." And I had to laugh. The same people who sit on panels talking about him every single day are suddenly tired of hearing him talk. Oh, the irony writes itself. They treat Harry's interviews like he's overexposed, but then dedicate entire morning shows to analysing his every breath. That's not journalism. That's obsession with a dash of denial. So Harry speaks thoughtfully about kids, phones, and protecting children online. Then, like clockwork, ITV's royal reporter Chris Shipp jumps in to remind us that William said something similar in his interview with Eugene Levy. Now, if this was about shared parenting wisdom, fine. Applaud them both. But that's never how the British press plays this. The moment Harry says something insightful, they can't let him own it. They immediately yank William into the narrative like an uninvited guest at a dinner party. Wouldn't it be great if they joined forces? They say. No, Charlene, it wouldn't. What it would be is a PR life raft for a royal image that's been slowly sinking since 2020. Let's decode this. Wouldn't it be great if they joined forces? Sounds sweet and sentimental. But what it really means is, wouldn't it be great if Harry carried William's reputation on his back again? Because, let's face it, the palace has finally realised something they tried so hard to deny. Harry is the success story. His projects, the ones he actually builds, nurtures and leads, work. They inspire people. They create real change. Meanwhile, William's ventures? They show up with a flashy launch, get a few headlines, then vanish faster than a royal art. His sweat, and let's be real, probably his therapy bill too, has lasted over a decade and transformed lives across the world. Then there's the Parents Network, where Harry and Meghan offer genuine support to families dealing with social media harm. That's real empathy. No script, no forced smile, just connection. And meanwhile, William's big announcement lately was, no phones at dinner. Admirable, sure, but it's giving influencer dad energy, not leader of men. This is why the media is so desperate to merge their images. William's future king title might carry tradition, but Harry's authenticity carries credibility. The heartbeat of it all, the palace quietly stepped back. Fast forward a decade, same strategy, same imitation game happens to Meghan Sussex all the time. When she launched the Smart Works capsule collection, helping women re-enter the workforce, suddenly Kate was highlighting fashion with purpose. When Meghan Sussex guest-edited Vogue, spotlighting women who drive change, suddenly there were plans for a royal version. It's the same tired formula. The Sussexes innovate, the palace imitates. The tabloids, grieving parents or veterans, it's human. When William does it, it's scheduled. One is connection, the other is choreography. Let's be real. The palace knows William's image alone isn't holding the public anymore. The future king charm is fading faster than a Buckingham Palace paint job. Harry, the man they mocked for leaving, has become the one thing they can't live without, a symbol of genuine purpose. And now the establishment that tried to bury him is desperate to borrow his halo. If Harry ever did team up again, you know the headlines would read, Prince William leads new initiative, supported by Prince Harry. The heir gets the headline, the spare gets the footnote. Same script, different decade, but Harry's learned the game. He's not walking back into that setup. So when someone says, wouldn't it be great if they joined forces? The honest answer is, no, it wouldn't. Because it's not about helping families or tackling social media dangers. It's about salvaging an image that can't survive without the Sussex spark. Harry doesn't need to be folded back into the royal PR circus. His credibility was built outside of it, and that's exactly why they want him back. While the heirs are busy posing, Harry's busy doing. While they chase applause, he's changing lives. The spare they tried to silence has become the standard they can't live up to. And that, my friends, is the truth they'll never print in the Daily Mail. So, if you appreciate real talk that cuts through the royal spin, make sure you hit subscribe, tap that notification bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Harry should ever join forces with the institution that tried to erase him? Or should he keep thriving on his own terms? Because here on Sussexes squad we know the Sussexes don't need the crown. The crown needs them.